Welcome to the Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine, California, the home of Orange County Soccer Club for tonight's match against Las Vegas Lights. Orange County SC is unable to host fans in the stadium tonight due to local health regulations. We thank you all for tuning in from the safety of your home this evening, and we hope you enjoy the match, which is presented by Hoag Hospital. Orange County SC taking on Las Vegas Lights in Group B action in the USL Championship. Chris Whittingham alongside Thomas Rongen. And speaking of Group B, let's go and have a look at the table currently in this division that is brought to you by the Chick-fil-A at Woodbury Town Center. And Thomas, the games in hand, the story here, Orange County, they have 8 points from 4, but the games in hand to make up on San Diego, Las Vegas with 4.
Yeah, a huge game for both teams, obviously. Las Vegas, we can see with 1 point, reason why they brought in veteran Frank Yallop, won many championships in MLS. Orange County right now with that game differential, a huge game as well, can jump the Galaxy 2 and get into 3rd position.
And picked up a huge set of 3 points at Orange County in midweek against San Diego Loyal. It would be Ugo Goalie opening the scoring, picking up his 2nd goal of the campaign. More on him in a moment, but you can see him tucking away into that bottom corner to open the scoring after a pretty poor first half by even Braden Cloutier's admission, but then the 2nd goal comes to Aiden Quinn, and bang!
Take that, shoelaces, first time, a thundering bolt from Quinn, making that game 2-0 for, obviously, Orange County.
And those would be the 3 points in the bag for Orange County. And we mentioned we'd get to Ugo Goalie more in a moment. He's our player to watch, brought to you by Hoag. Been a huge addition up top for Orange County.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great year. What a great 2 last games. The winner, obviously, in one of them. The winner, really, the 2-0 win as well in the last one. A huge addition up front. Great pace, good speed, can finish, obviously. 2016, scored 18 goals for FC Cincinnati in the USL. Went to Scandinavia, played in Norway and in Sweden. Now back stateside again. And a huge addition to this team up front.
Was the USL MVP in 2016 and leads the line for Orange County. As you mentioned, took over for Eric Wijnaldum. Frank Yallop in charge of this Las Vegas side. You have some experience with him, Thomas.
Yes, Frank played for me in 1996. I picked him 14th in the draft. Became my assistant coach, actually, in DC in 2000. Went on to win 3 or 4 championships with the San Jose Clash. Back then it was called, with Landon Donovan. It's been around, brought in to rectify this ship basically and see if we can get it on course.
The steady hand taking over for Las Vegas Lights. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups and first half kickoff. Orange County unbeaten to start 2020, but only having played 4 games. Lots of time to make up, and they'll begin doing so next.
With SDCCU mobile banking, you can manage, deposit, pay. It's like having a branch at your fingertips 24/7. Check balances, view account history, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. All from the convenience of your smartphone, at home or on the go. San Diego County Credit Union. It's not big bank banking, it's better.
SC and Las Vegas Lights, the matchup tonight in the USL Championship Western Conference Group B. Post restart, let's get straight into our starting lineups this evening. And for Orange County, Thomas, it is 2 changes from the team that played in midweek against San Diego Loyal.
Yeah, Kevin Elston coming in on the right side. And then in midfield, a change as well. But the key is Dewey, the goalkeeper. 7 saves in the last match. Oakley, 3 goals now in 3 games, has been the preferred striker.
And meanwhile, for Las Vegas, I should say that lineups are brought to you by Kimco Staffing. It is 3 changes from the team that last played 2 weeks ago against Reno 1868, with Morel, Moses, and Wagoner coming into the team.
Yeah, Frank Yellup, their new coach, had some time with his team, made some changes, but still Mendiola in midfield and Daly up front are the 2 guys to look for.
And Las Vegas Lights, under manager Frank Yellup, who takes over after Eric Winalda was sacked during the coronavirus break for a breach of rules. And now Yellup, who has been managing all over in this country after a long career in England. And as you mentioned, Thomas played for you in Major League Soccer. Did have the knee prior to the match. Our match day referee is Michael Ratchuk. There's Brayton Cloutier, his 3rd year in charge of Orange County SC. Led them to top spot in the Western Conference his first season, 5th in the West a year ago. Orange County SC wearing the orange with black. Las Vegas Lights, pink, but they obviously have a fair bit of light in their kit. There you see the pink, yellow, and blue, regular feature of the Las Vegas Lights look, as it is Orange County SC playing host to Las Vegas Lights. Both teams with plenty of work to do with games in hand on the teams above them. And for Orange County SC, they had only just played 3 games on the entire 2020 campaign due to a slew of cancellations, mostly against LA Galaxy 2. They did get back to action on Wednesday against San Diego Loyal, a 2-0 defeat, but it did come after some struggle for Brayden Cloutier.
Yeah,
said that in the first 45 minutes, it wasn't his side's best performance.
No, it wasn't. And we talked to him yesterday, Chris, and he said so. We got hammered, basically. He used that word. And obviously Dewey, their goalkeeper, made 7 saves with huge Orozco in the back with Kiernan, 2 experienced players as well. That's the axis in the back for Orange County.
And here's Jordan Morel coming down the left-hand side for Las Vegas Lights, who joins after a year in the Canadian Premier League with Valor FC, the new league north of the border. And just losing out there, Las Vegas. Now coming forward, Seth Kisipli, who started every match of the campaign, joining from Reno 1868. Nice ball behind there from Nathan Smith down the left-hand side. Kisipli with the early cross in, and the first-time strike is attempted there. Coming through was Crisostomo. And he skies his effort well over the bar. And let's get into our keys to the game, Thomas. And they are presented by Easy Fleet GPS. Increased productivity and profitability with Easy Fleet GPS.
Yeah, we talk about stay compact, obviously, for Orange County. That's what Brendan Cloutier talked about yesterday. That access he talked about with Kiernan, with Orozco, Quinn, Hoffman. That's the spine, and Oakley up front. And then obviously all the players surrounding him tuck in, stay compact, and we're hard to break down. On the other side, obviously, with Las Vegas, it's a little bit of a different story.
Burrell nearly giving away there. Trying to apply some pressure was like Hoffman. Better on there.
Knowing Frank Yellup, less is more. That's the way Frank played. That's the way Frank coached when he was my assistant coach for DC United in 2000. And that's how he coached with the San Jose Earthquakes as well, where he won 3 MLS championships. And that's what Las Vegas Lights need right now. Simplicity, getting used to that, not the new system. There you can see again when Oakley is able to turn and open up like that. He's a hard man to mark. Foul, good call.
As Dewey plays out from the back. And it's handled there by Morel. Trying to settle it on that left-hand side. Jaden Wagoner makes his first start for Las Vegas Lights as a recently graduated collegiate player from Utah Valley, so getting his first professional start tonight. Nice tackle when they're high up the pitch. Dele for Raul Mendiola, trying to cut into us. Mendiola's effort, it's not far away, just high and wide. and an early sighted goal there for Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, Knight hook up in combination play. Daly holds the ball up, waits for the runner, which is Mendiola. Mendiola opens up, Chris goes right for no, he cuts back on his left foot and then hits the ball just over the bar. Good action there in that final third for Frank Yallop's men.
No chance there for Mendiola. We can tell you that if Orange County converts a penalty kick in tonight's match, you're going to win a free chicken sandwich courtesy of Chick-fil-A Woodbury Town Center. Follow Orange County SC on social media for full details. Carrying from the back there. Orange County through Rob Kiernan. Down the line there from Kevin Alston.
Yeah, Kevin Alston coming over as a sub in his first minutes as well. Another veteran, played in the under-17 World Cup, the under-20s in MLS. It's still great to see that players like that continue their careers and have an impact on those teams.
Cross delivered there through the penalty area. The header is flicked out of play. Kasipli will carry off Orange County. Covered by Las Vegas, and now touchdown there from De La Fuente. Daly looked like he was lining up an effort. Will come here from Mendiola, who tracked it in the air, could still, and it's awkward there from Nathan Smith. Mendiola trying to turn on it once more. Now Okoli will lay off here for Seth Kasipli, and he'll charge down that left-hand side. A good run, slides it in behind, and now here's Chrysostomo. Back to goal, trying to get turned. Rather Iloski. Played out to this right-hand side. Onto his left, the effort has sailed high and wide there. Let's get into our injury report now. Orange County thanks Hoag Hospital and their incredible healthcare heroes. Hoag is the official healthcare provider and jersey sponsor for Orange County SC. Recently voted Best Hospital OC by the U.S. News and World Report. Thomas Enevoldsen and Matthew Shields are out tonight with injuries. Enevoldsen was the top scorer for Orange County 2 seasons ago. Be a free kick awarded down that far side. Now, did receive a starting team sheet that did not include Diego Lopez. He is in the starting lineup, the 18-year-old, formerly in the Atlanta United setup. He is starting up top alongside Ugo Okoli, and Chandler Hoffman was a late scratch, so he will not play this evening. Don't have official word as to why. If we do get it, we will certainly let you know, but it is Lopez for Hoffman up top tonight for Orange County. Bookkeeping there as Kasipli play in the middle, and work to do there for Chrysostomo. Had to stick a boot up high to try and settle the touch, but referee unmoved as Kasipli. First time ball behind. It's a good one here for Okoli into the penalty area. Now Okoli trying to cut it onto his left. Okoli across the face of goal, and it was either a decent strike or a great low cross to the 6-yard box. Either way, it's come out for a goal kick to Las Vegas Lights.
Yeah, number 8, Kasipli, has been great, by the way, that left side, finding Oakley with that first-time ball right there. That's the strength of Oakley, facing up, still getting that separation, going on his left foot, just far post. 2 runners, can't connect. What a good opportunity for Ugo Okoli.
Take a nick on the way through, so Orange County will stay with the ball high up the pitch. Actually, dragging all the way across, he went out for throw-in. So the referee, let's have a quick word here with Frank Yallop.
And there you see Michael Orozco, number 6, talking to players. Frank Yallop right there talking to the referee as well, trying to get some information in regards to.
I think perhaps just a bit too contentious from his technical area might have been the issue from the referee, Michael Ratchuk. So a throw in down that left-hand side, Morel to take, and he'll just send it high up the pitch. So they're just directing traffic. Nathan Smith with Rob Kiernan, the one-time central defender in England and Scotland as well. We have a few players in this Orange County side with ties to Rangers, the Scottish Giants.
very experienced back four with Alston, Kiernan, Orozco, and Smith. Join Dewey, the goalkeeper. That's one hell of a back four with a goalkeeper.
This ball in the middle comes from Mendiola, and now Moby Fear with a chance to get down this right-hand side. Native of Manhattan in New York. Losing out there in the middle, Seth Moses making his first start for Las Vegas is coming through there. Okoli, just a bit of a tug of the shirt from behind, and it will be a booking for Seth Moses.
And that's the correct call as well. When you get
Down
your
the
right
counter-attack.
fullback fair, losing balls in bad spots, Chris, you know that in the transition all of a sudden you get 1v1 numbers, you almost are forced to take one for the team, so to speak. Because I'm telling you, Kasipli is running off that shoulder right here. And Okoli can find him probably if he doesn't get brought down. So that's a correct yellow, but also a yellow, a tactical foul over Las Vegas. Make sure that counter doesn't take place.
A yellow card brought to you by Easy Fleet GPS. Increased productivity and profitability with Easy Fleet GPS. So a free kick opportunity. Early yellow card there for Seth Moses, having to break up the counterattack. Joins after 2019 with Fresno. Would have connection with Frank Yallop. He was in charge of the technical setup in Fresno FC the last 2 years.
The referee going over to have a talk right there. Del Campo, their captain, their leader in the back, organizing right now, men for men. Stay with your runners, make contact, obviously, and win those first and second balls.
Simply will leave it for Aiden Quinn. Nice lofted ball, forcing the punch there from Edward Delgado. He does get rid. Now Kevin Alston will have the second phase of play. Big long ball switches. That was meant to be. Orozco Fiscal had stayed forward, but Delgado with an easy catch in his penalty area.
And at second phase attack, when the ball, and by the way, what a good punch out clearance by Delgado. Gets one, gets served back in because the big boys, as you said, Orozco, are still up front.
Here's Jaden Wagner. On his left-hand side, cut out there by Kevin Alston. Good defending from the experienced right back. Long time in Major League Soccer, was an all-star in the league in 2010. Here's Okoli. Now, Nathan Smith making the run forward. What's here for Aiden Quinn, who's long been heralded by the manager, Braden Cloutier, as his most important player.
And you can see why. Playmaking from deep positions, gives you still great work rate. Those two go back years and years and years. He talked about his father even on the phone to us. And that's nice to have somebody that you can rely on as a coach. I did the same thing as well. Looking for that player that becomes my extension on the field, that can get information out, that plays the way I want to play or I want my team to play. That's Quinn.
And Quinn's father, Brian, you mentioned him as a U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer, so
big time player.
Pedigree in the American game.
Had quite some battles against him, Chris. Played for San Diego in midfield. We went toe to toe.
The old NASL days.
Yep.
On there from Johnny Finnick, Newcastle born, last with San Antonio FC. Here's Fair. Rashawn Daly able to get it out of his feet and went back nicely by Seth Kasipli. Here's Shanugo Okoli. Down to a wide area. Kevin also with plenty of room to roam into. Now we'll measure the cross, sends it low and through. Flick on towards the back post. Now Kasipli will try and get a touch to it. Here's Seth Kasipli getting turned. Nice feet there. Kind of poking on there for Nathan Smith, but well dealt with there by Fair at the back.
Yeah, very impressed by Kasipli in a lot of areas. 1v1, finding players.
Oh, it's poorly handled there by Michael Orozco, and now away here is Brian De La Fuente. Cutting onto his left, 1v1, goes for the left-footed effort. It's a sensational save there from Frederick Douay. Had a massive performance in midweek, and he's come up with the goods again.
Yeah, absolutely. De La Fuente, the inverted winger, okay, comes inside on that favorable left foot. You're right, Orozco not making that decision to tackle the ball. Comes inside, looks up, but you know what? Dewey Gaze, not today, baby. What a great save, because this is a brilliant strike, by the way. That's upper V. Whew, big time by Frederick Dewey.
Extraordinary there from Frederick Douay in the Orange County goal. He's already has 2 clean sheets from 2 starts, and you can see why.
Last week.
And the header will come in there from Daly, and Douay kind of lost his footing in his 6-yard area, but it was always sailing high and wide. By far the best opportunity. Both of the best opportunities of the match have come to Las Vegas in the shape of Mendiola and there for De La Fuente. Kasipli. Sees from Chrysostomo now. Will carry forward. Here's Brian Elaski, who had a couple of really nice runs in the San Diego match. A good carrier, tricky feet. Tries to play it in there for Diego Lopez, who gets his first start for Orange County tonight.
Murel does well there, that 1v1 defending against Lopez. Late inclusion in the attacking midfield position.
In case you haven't noticed, you can now get your very own Orange County SC fan cutout to be placed in the stadium and then autographed by the team for you to keep at the end of the season. Head to orangecountysoccer.com/know before you watch for more information on how you can get yours for the remainder of the season. You see it on the far side as Elaski with another opportunity. Slide in for Okoli. Wants to get onto his right. Left-footed effort is always heading wide. And a couple of times there, defender showing him onto his left. And he's had to try to do something with it.
Very good, Chris. Again, good 1v1 defending by Del Campo. What a good little through ball right there. Goalie doesn't allow this ball to run across his body and go first time with his left foot, which is not his preferable foot. So what Del Campo does, you know what, I'll keep you on that left side, make that angle tougher for you, as he did on the earlier chance as well, this time wide to the left.
Not a bad effort there from Ugo Okoli. Has some MLS experience with Seattle, New England, and NYCFC. Mentioned the build-up, his moves to Europe in Sweden and in Norway. Not his career there, but I think finds his best form has been in USL, previously with FC Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. 18 goals in 30-something games as well. Couldn't translate it really the years thereafter. Went abroad, gained some, I think, some experience in terms of the mental part of the game, and came back pretty strong, as we've seen in the last 2 games. And just a constant threat. He can hold the ball up, and that's what his coach talked about to you and I yesterday. He can now hold balls up, get other players involved, or he can get behind you as well, because he's got such a great instinct of finding those little seams that great number 9s do.
You see there as well, players like Brian Elaski are looking for them as well. Carrying well through that midfield area. Throw one on the far side to come for Las Vegas. Well, just the 1 point, but have missed their last 2 matches on account of a player in the camp testing positive for COVID-19. This game's on 8th and the 12th in the last week.
He's done a masterful job in testing, et cetera, et cetera.
Cross, just a rather hopeful one. Due thought he would come for it, but instead he just let it run, and Fear making the run all the way from right back to keep it in play. We'll cut back and leave it there for Seth Moses, but a good run in the way. You see at full pelt there, Elaski trying to get to it, but just walks out of play there by Del Campo. Throw in taken quickly here for Seth Moses. Into the middle, has mostly played in his career as a right back. Trusted by the man who brought him in to Fresno FC, now in Las Vegas. Strong tackle there from Elaski to win it back. Now Okoli will get it moving here with Quinn. And Elaski once more, the 24-year-old from Escondido in California. Lovely move there to get around Del Campo, but we'll lay it off here for Quinn, who digs out the cross, takes a deflection off Elaski, and into the grateful arms of Edward Delgado.
A good interplay there. 2 players are very, very comfortable on the ball. Can break you down off the dribble, can look at combination play. Be very successful on that attacking left side, because Fair does tend to go forward.
Another quick throw in to try and catch defenders off guard. That time Daly running in behind, dealt with by Rob Kiernan. And out for a throw into Las Vegas Lights.
Both teams are built with 2 great center backs. Del Campo, Fenwick on one side, Kiernan and Orozco on the other side as well. It'll be very hard to break them down, and the better chances have fallen for actually the away team.
No. Swung in there by Fear from right back. Due always on his line. Keeper last year with Hartford Athletic before joining midway through the campaign. Kiernan.
Las Vegas is settled into this game right now. A little bit more lower pressure, looking to see if they can break.
Small to break the channels there for Sostimo. Nathan Smith. Sipley was making the run in behind, but we'll check it here with Quinn. Sostimo once more. First touch a bit heavy. Forced to retreat there with Kiernan. See how high Orange County get up the pitch.
It's so great to watch. His first touch is always clean. He always can open up. He can change the point of attack. It's always on the ground. Brilliant.
Sostimo and Orlovsky trying to drift through the lines there. Sipley receiving well. Kiernan.
And now you look at patience. Keep building, keep moving the ball. High ball circulation, left to right, till something will happen, Chris. I'll call them, let things develop.
Nice ball there for Smith. On here for Orlovsky. Sliding tackle is strong and well on there by Moses. Now Orlovsky will carry on. Heavily favoring that left foot. She always does. It's such quality in it. And he drifts through the area once more, slid through. It's a tap in for Lopez, and somehow there to make the save, Delgado. We've had a couple of stunners in the opening 20 minutes from the two goalkeepers.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. You're right, Delgado from a few yards out. Brilliant work, by the way, on that left side. Good manipulation, great 1v1 skills. Moses trying to close that down, as you said, a former right fullback, but what great balance, Messi-like almost. And a good ball across, late run, great save by Delgado.
Corner delivered into the near post and flicked back in, trying to charge in there. Smith, heavy collision, and it's actually going to be a free kick. I thought for a moment it would be a penalty, but Smith went flying through and caught a huge chunk there of fair, and it will be a free kick to Las Vegas, but massive confrontation there, and fair will stay down.
Yeah, that was just a tough 1v1 tackle there. And again, one of the signs of great defenders is taking a licking. Comes of a corner, gets headed right way. That's a tough call, but right.
Let's have another look at the save from Delgado.
Lopez, the late inclusion, would like to get done one back, obviously. Tries to go near post. Delgado makes himself big and parries that one over the bar, similar to Frederick Dewey from distance on the other end.
Rep your county and get your gear today. New Orange County SC merchandise is now available on orangecountysoccer.com/shop and in store at our new merchandise retail partner, Soccer Garage, located in San Juan Capistrano off the freeway in Orange County.
And the ability of both Sipley and Losky to play on both sides make them so dangerous. They're great 1v1 players, as we've seen in the last sequence. They can both get in line, get good crosses in, and if not, they know how to move the ball and keep possession.
So off the 5 freeway in Orange County is Soccer Garage. You know, in Los Angeles, the names of the interstate's very important. The 5, the 110, the 40. I think it's the 405.
The 405. I've been there, done that when I coached at Chivas.
Alston. Out at the near post.
It's the equivalent of 95 here in Florida.
Yeah.
Always busy.
It will be a throw in here to Las Vegas. Jordan Morell down that left-hand side for manager Frank Yallop.
You know, if Clásicos called after highways.
Of course. Well, in the greater Southern California area, there is, of course, El Tráfico.
There you go.
Derby between LAFC and LA Galaxy of Major League Soccer.
I want to be on one of those cutouts. It's pretty cool, actually. What do I have to do again, Chris?
Well, it is orangecountysoccer.com/know before you watch.
Cool.
You can check out that link as he cross-delivered there from Fear. Should you and I start submitting our photos to USL clubs? And
Why
we can
not?
Be in I think we should make this a thing. Yep. I like this idea.
And I like to only call games where I have a cutout, actually, going forward. That would be pretty cool.
I'll have to investigate
Who's
that.
that in the ground?
It will be a corner here for Las Vegas.
Whittingham again?
Again, easily dealt with at the near post. Covering there was Alston. Chrysostomo, far too much running to do to get there and ahead of Grant Robinson. Move from left back into central midfield to accommodate the introduction of Jordan Morel. And Diola, nice dink it behind. It's a lovely ball here for De La Fuente, who squares it across. Nobody was there. De La Fuente was in. Perhaps being too unselfish. Diving header away. It's a lovely first-time ball there from Mendiola, who has a chance here again. Right-footed delivery. That time dealt with in the near post by Douay, but that chance there for De La Fuente was exceptional. It just didn't have a goal.
Yeah, Las Vegas Knights really stepping it up right now. Brian De La Fuente has been like the catalyst for this team right here. Here's Mendiola the last time, just sniffed out by Douay, their goalkeeper. But De La Fuente before that, looking for the trailer, Chris, you know, and you have that near post run by your number 9, so to speak, but you want to get your opposite weak-sided winger involved as well, and somebody out of midfield, be it Robertson, Moses, or Mendiola making those runs. Actually, that's what Brian Levente was looking for.
Woloski with a chance to run forward. Okoli took it first time, and it wasn't too far away there for Ugo Okoli, making the run away from goal and tried that first-time effort with his left peg, but just dragging it wide.
Yeah, Orange County is really looking, obviously, between right fullback and center back. That's where the space is a little bit, because as you can see, Fair is always a little bit out of position when he needs to recover, and it gives Okoli an opportunity to get in that seam. But I'm telling you, Okoli prefers to go in the other seam where the ball falls for his right foot. And that left foot today has let him down a little bit.
He and Lopez can just switch positions, so that would be Okoli that runs through that right channel. I should say the ball in behind from Miloski is lovely.
Yep.
Rashawn Daly. Play it there with Wagoner. Just losing out there. The young man played for the BYU side in USL League 2. Smith. Michael Orozco. Player that played many moons ago for you, Thomas, at
Quite a few
USU
of
setup.
these guys. I actually picked Brian De La Fuente out of an open tryout in East LA when I was the first-year coach for Chivas USA, and we signed him to a contract actually. Played in the academy, got a few minutes under me in his first year when he was 17 or 18, and here he is. Same with Orozco, played for the under 20s in qualifying. Went to Mexico, had a great long career there. Senior international for the U.S. men's national team as well. Some quality on this field.
Side of the boot there from Miloski for Alston. Now Daniel Chrysostomo with a chance to get forward. Another player with open tryout experience. Let him behind here for Alston. Nice first-time delivery, comes through the penalty area. Nobody there on the back post, but Smith arriving. Tries that first-time cross, comes off of Fear, and out for the corner. Did seem like there was a trailing runner behind who stopped on the edge. It looked like he had picked up an injury. Closer look on that in a moment.
Great shot. I think that's probably the hesitation right now, that somebody's looking at somebody. And this is a non-contact injury as far as I can tell, Chris. You said we just saw it there. Somebody trying to get in the box and all of a sudden going down.
Yeah, it was Seth Kasipli who's now grabbing at his left knee. Not the kind of thing you want to see, a non-contact injury behind the play.
Yeah, if that's the case. He's pointing at his kneecap right now.
Yeah, I think the idea is to
Flex
check the stability of it, I would imagine.
Yep. Flexing right now the quadriceps, hamstrings and calf muscles, and then see how the knee responds. That's a way to find out if we're talking about ACL, MCLs, etc., etc.
Well, we do have a moment we can tell you that Orange County SC fans can take a photo during the match, repping your Orange County gear and using the hashtag #FanOfTheMatch and hashtag UHSM on any social platform for a chance to win the Fan of the Match award on social media and free Orange County SC fan pack, courtesy of UHSM. Simply is back to his feet. He is limping off, though. You do wonder if a change might be required. Here are the cardboard cutouts of the fans. We'll be submitting our images for our cardboard cutouts following the commentary. Now Kasipli getting help to come off. You'd imagine.
I've lived, Chris, 3 separate times in Orange County. First year in the NESL, 1979, when I played for the Aztecs.
Okay.
And I spent some time
Was
there.
that with Johan Cruyff?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
My goodness.
Wow.
Read about some of those times.
My hero.
In the story of the Athletic with the George Best piece. Those are exceptional times. It
We
seems
just
like.
hang out at Besties. That's right. Redondo Beach, baby. Here we go.
And so there is a change with Casipli coming off. It will be Edson Alvarado who will enter. Player who's actually time in Mexico with Cholos of Tijuana's academy. So Casipli is indeed off with an injury. That's a player that Brady Cloutier would not want to miss for too long.
No, that's a great point. I think he's been one of the players on the pitch so far. He can create off the dribble. He's so smart in his runs. He set up Oakley on 1 or 2 occasions.
In the corner will be whipped in by Aiden Quinn. Rising win there in the area from De La Fuente. Now Quinn will have a second bite at the cherry as it comes through. Delgado can calmly claim there at the near post. Chances either end, forcing some great saves. I think Delgado felt like he was caught in the side of his head there as grabbing at his left ear. And I think now with that opportunity, we'll take the hydration break. Another look at that opportunity there for Aiden Quinn.
Might have been his own teammate actually that he made contact with on his knee. He's got a chance to just shake it off now, and also for both coaches.
And have a look there at Brady Cloutier, the manager in charge of Orange County SC in his 3rd season with the club. Now has gotten them off to another good start. 8 points from 4 is brilliant. If they continue on that track, they'll be into the top of the table here.
And games in hand as well, which is huge. That makes this game even bigger for both sides, but in particular for Orange County. I mean, you got to figure that Las Vegas got a very long road to get into that playoff hunt, and there we can see the head coach, what he's done, what his records have been. A former MLS player as well that I coached against. It was nice to talk to him yesterday and how excited he was about the way they've played, in particular the last 2 games. 2 shutouts, a 1 and 2-0 win. And they've solidified their back 4 right now, and you can see right now the way he's talking to his team, in particular to Michael Orozco right there, the number 6, who's so experienced. The same with Frank Yellup. This is an opportunity for Frank Yellup to extend his training, so to speak, as a new coach and say, hey, listen, well done, excellent, let's stay tight, let's see if we can counter, let's see if we can get Brian De La Fuente more involved because he's been our danger man.
And the other game in this group, you mentioned where things stand. Phoenix Rising are home with San Diego Loyal this evening. That game just about kicking off a few minutes ago. Any goals in that one will certainly bring the very latest in that game. But here it remains 0-0, and the story are really the saves from the 2 goalkeepers. One, a tap-in opportunity for Orange County's Diego Lopez, and the other, incredible effort from Raul Mendiola. It was well saved by Frederick Douay, and it needed because otherwise it was headed for the top corner.
Yeah, you're right. Both goalkeepers have gone up big. These are not poor shots, by the way, of the players you just mentioned, including De La Fuente that cuts inside on his left foot and tries to go upper shelf. And Douay makes a great save, and then Delgado comes up with a key save as well on Lopez to keep this 1 at 0s.
It was indeed De La Fuente's effort. I appreciate you correcting me. It was not Mendiola, who did have another opportunity to just put high and wide, but he's been really influential with his creativity tonight, Mendiola. Second stint with Las Vegas, scored 10 times for them in 22 games in 2018. And here he is again after the restart, trying to slide in behind there towards the run of Wagoner. Have another go at it here. Mendiola, footed delivery in towards Rashawn Daly. Now Lopez trying to get the better of Seth Moses, who can retreat. And off there with Ramon Martin del Campo. Partnering in central defense tonight with Johnny Finnick. Campo moves from Fresno FC, no longer in the USL. Mendiola trying to thread it. He's always looking for that ball in behind. That time trying to feed Wagoner. Cut out there by that Orange County defense, but that back 4 has had some warning shots from Mendiola.
Yeah, without that Mendiola, that first touch was just sublime. The way he could turn and get away from people, low center of gravity, looking for the through ball. He can hurt you off the dribble. He can strike the ball, as we've seen from distance as well. Just playing underneath that number 9, always tough. which means that Quinn's really going to look over his shoulder all the time to see where that number 40 Mendiola is.
Quinn. Laid off here for Rob Kiernan. Where's the armband tonight? Coming ahead of the season from Southend United, which is a club in the English Pyramid, the third tier English League One. He's played for 12 different clubs in England and Scotland, Kiernan. Most number of appearances with Rangers in Scotland. The ball there given away there by Michael Orozco, and now Las Vegas looking to break here through Brian De La Fuente. Only got orange shirts in front of him. Slow down his run to await the options. Will slide in Wagner. Just hit the first time cross in towards Rashawn Daly. And it came awkwardly there for Nathan Smith, who had to get his feet sorted and did. Now laid off here for Alvarado. As a sub. Quinn for Crisostomo. Iloski with plenty of space to charge into. He loves to take it and get his head up, check his options. Alvarado helping it on nicely there for Okoli. Now Smith on the overlap, picking out the cross. It's dinked towards the back post, dealt with there by Morel, but only as far as Alvarado. Onto his right, his effort is a curling one, always going wide, and I think Delgado knew it, but a couple of threatening opportunities there for Orange County, who broke well.
Yeah, Orange County's great again on the left side, getting a lot of runners coming forward. Left fullback Smith again, trying to find a weak-sided player, but well defended, by the way, by the Las Vegas Light. Getting good numbers back, making sure the weak side, you have that compactness, that support that we call that. You get individual and obviously group defending, and those fundamentals are well taught by Frank Yallop at this particular time, and the team is executing that perfectly.
Aerial duel there by Grant Robinson. Joins after 4 years with George Mason. Alston. Kiernan long. It's a free kick awarded on halfway for Orange County after that aerial duel. Fennick appeared to be the culprit. Smith running out of territory. Feels for a throw into Las Vegas. The player's on that right-hand side, but it's just an unmoved. Quinn for Okoli. First time flick into Lopez. Okoli carried his run on. Now shouts for handball towards the referee.
Only the way Quinn just wants to play vertical all the time. Breaking lines as well, finding Okoli. People running off them, looking for some combinations around the 18-yard box. Well done, they're patient here. Quinn always in good spots, look at him.
Sometimes the ball is bounced up high off the first touches of Orange County players. Slows down their build-up ever so slightly. Mendiola. Loft it towards Daly, the loanee from FC Cincinnati.
In the middle of the summer, Chris, you get a little bit of bald spots at times, which makes it harder, and which sometimes aren't as even as that beautiful grass that it looks like. Believe me, it's sometimes very deceptive, because like great balls on the ground, all of a sudden just takes that little hop before you receive it, and it makes that first touch even more brilliant. So you can connect.
Small there from Kiernan. Coley trying to flick on, and that's how Nathan Smith will try and slide and keep that one in play. Give it away to Fair. Fennick, rather Del Campo. Just sprayed out wide there for Jordan Morel. Did have to retreat to keep it in play. Plenty of USL experience from Morel with Reno, Pittsburgh, and Real Monarchs. It's great to hear the sounds of the players on the pitch communicating. You can hear what it sounds like. There was one moment where you heard the sound of a player running at full stretch. I think it was Crisostomo trying to get to a loose ball.
It's become very pure and more enjoyable from my standpoint as a coach, to listen to the information, to see what players are trying to converse and what coaches are trying to direct their players to do.
Del Campo.
It'll be interesting. It's probably one of your two center backs that's very vocal, your holding midfielder that's very vocal, and your goalkeeper, right in that spine. Men on, turn, Switch the point of attack. Patient. Step.
Del Campo, player from Chula Vista, California. Played his college at UC Davis. It's given away. Oh, Goalie tries to play a good ball and does find Lopez in the penalty area. Now Lopez with an opportunity. Sliding intervention from behind. Lopez, though, unable to hit target. Does come out for a corner, but a couple of decent opportunities, and Jordan Morel had them well dealt with.
Yeah, Goalie just brilliant again. When he drops into midfield, the ability for him to spring somebody, which he does right there with Lopez, but good recovery, as you said, by Morel to make sure that ball doesn't hit the target and forces Delgado maybe in the save.
Lopez now right in the heart of it from the ensuing corner. Quinn sends him towards that near post. Daly unable to get, or does manage to get it rid, but only to halfway. And Kevin Alston, as the last man back, understands he's got to let his players retreat, get back into shape before they go again. Crisostomo in the center circle. Iloski. Almost can take players on and drift through. Went down, referee unmoved. As Lopez now tried to hit the cross, it's straight into the defender, Fennick. Orange County again. Cycling possession at the moment on top, but it's not to say that Las Vegas haven't carried threat.
No, they're very deep right now. If you center back right here, Michael Orozco's playmaking, but high up the field.
Nice tackle in there from Mendiola to win it back, though, for Vegas. Poked it on here for De La Fuente. Has to just try and hold it up. And the assistant is awarded into a throw-in. You hear some of the Las Vegas players, now we drop into shape. So that's giving some space to Quinn. Nice ball into Iloski. First touch is fantastic. For Okoli, appeals for offside. Okoli cutting onto his right. I think that was a strike, but it's come kindly here in the penalty area there. Crisostomo had stayed forward. Now Quinn.
Yeah, Morel's done a great job in the last few minutes, but just keeping the right side of the tech at bay. Good 1v1 defending.
Crisostomo poking out there for Michael Orozco. He's from Orange, California. Come back home after a long time in Mexico.
Las Vegas is saying right now, you know what? The onus is on the home team to make this game. And Frankie Ellop said, let's keep the 0 going into halftime, guys. We've been poor. And another good team coming from behind.
Orozco pinging it in towards Lopez, but had his back to it. Covered there by Vegas for Seth Moses. Space in the middle. An opportunity to get out from their own end. Here's Morel.
And the difference between both teams is Okoli is available all the time. Daly, we haven't mentioned his name yet. More active, needs to drop in, needs to be a station that they can play through. Hasn't happened so far through 41 minutes.
And that time De La Fuente unable to keep it in play. He's in his second season with the club. You mentioned his time with you at Chivas USA. In the academy of Chivas. Nathan Smith. Throwing in Quinn forced to just lump it away. The pressure arriving. Fear in there from Mendiola. Moses. Morel arriving. Trying to pick out De La Fuente on that back post and track the header. Smith felt like he was fouled, but we play on here through fear. Now Mendiola towards that byline. Good step across there from Quinn, just to deny Mendiola the chance to get a touch to it, and it just trickles out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it certainly was. Again, Las Vegas able to penetrate out wide on the left side with Morel. Good ball in the box. Even better defending there, as you said, by Quinn. Shielding the ball out of bounds and allowing his team to maintain possession on a goal kick.
Say this Group B is probably the most difficult Only of the Western Conference sides in the competition. Phoenix, perennial juggernaut in recent times. Orange County, a regular playoff team. San Diego have proven themselves worth the opposition in the early go. Galaxy 2, a good start as well. Las Vegas' side to finish 13th in the West will certainly find it difficult at times. Here's Alvarado coming all the way towards the middle, and Sid just left it right there for De La Fuente.
You talked about the Galaxy. If you talk about teams in the return back from MLS that disappointed, the Galaxy 1, so to speak, has been poor, whereas Galaxy 2 has been pretty darn good.
Grinding out some results. 3 wins and a loss so far. Playing midweek. It's just away there from Douay, who hasn't had too much to do since he saves in the early going.
Yeah, and that makes it even better for both goalkeepers, for that matter. That shows you. That's the hardest position on the field, to stay mentally in tune and sharp when you're not involved. You have to come up with 1 or 2 big saves each half. That's both what Douay and Delgado have done.
Morel thrown in there towards Wagner, tries to just poke it around Alston. He's thrown in the advertising hoarding, and then Wagner stands over him. Look, for a moment like there was a bit of nastiness in it after, and it does result in a yellow card for Jaden Wagner. It's quite a difficult, and you can hear the sound. I wonder if the sound's going to play a role there, because he's thrown in the advertising hoarding, and you can hear him crashing into it.
Well, it's like the NFL. I don't know the NFL that well, but if you go out of bounds and you get hit out, that happened over the line with some intent, not necessarily to hurt, but and you can even see there.
I appreciate that. Was a good NFL analogy. That was fantastically executed.
Thank you.
Minimum of 4 minutes to be added on here at the end of this first half. It's brought to you by Easy Fleet GPS.
I do business with Easy Fleet all the time.
We appreciate you patronizing our sponsors. Moses. Now pick up that second ball and really charge for it. Here's De La Fuente to his right, but really not too many other options. He's probably going to have to get turned and find another option in the end. The tackle coming from behind, poked off it by Quinn, and Douay can come off his line to claim.
Moses has been so active on both sides of the field. Saw him battle early on in his right fullback position where he's most comfortable, but he's playing in midfield and he's trying to give his team some impulses going forward. We also saw Daly finally involved in the build-up in a good one-touch ball.
Quinn with a bit of a loose ball there. A nice dummy there from De La Fuente allows Mendiola to charge forward here for Las Vegas. Right-footed ball into the channel here for Daly. Sliding tackle there from Kiernan. Daly for De La Fuente, who's got some space here. Picks out the back post. Lofts in the delivery. The header in from Wagner, but the angle had narrowed. Despite a decent header considering it was never going to hit target.
Well, we finally talked about Daly getting involved again, holding the ball up, waiting for that support of De La Fuente. And De La Fuente was a very sophisticated, by the way, left-footed player. That's also why he tried to curl the ball around Douay early on. He's trying to find somebody back post. The lack of numbers in the box makes it hard sometimes when Mendiola, De La Fuente look up and you got one target. You would like to see 2 or 3, Chris, when you get out wide.
Pinged in towards Goalie. Hasn't quite had as much joy as it did in the opening half hour. Did have a sight there after Douay took that goal kick that was carrying a little bit of a limp.
Yep.
So obviously, given how fantastic he's been in the early go, he's yet to concede a goal in 2020. I want to keep him fit. Taken down off the chest there by Daly. It was shouldered off of there by Quinn. I think Quinn not really appreciating that decision by the referee.
It's also interesting that Douay didn't start in the first 2 games prior to the pandemic, and that they've got 2 shutouts back-to-back right now. They made that decision to make a goalkeeper change, and sometimes that's what it takes.
Now Due having to take command here. The set piece opportunity. For Mendiolo, who will take it with his right. Takes it short here with Wagoner. I think he was always going to try and shift it onto his left and have a go, and did so, and at the very least has won his side a corner late in the tail here in the first half. He's favoring his left leg at the moment. He looks uncomfortable. Trying to stretch out that leg. See what side looks like coming out of halftime. An experienced goalkeeper Aaron Cervantes on the bench as it is sent in. Kiernan trying to get to it. Rather, Fennick, excuse me. Moses couldn't. Just booted away. And that is the final meaningful action of the first half, which remains goalless, but it is the goalkeepers who have been the big talking point, both forced to do sensational saves. Both Due and Delgado. Ugo Goalie has had a fair few chances as well, but we remain deadlocked at the break as your score at halftime is Orange County SC 0, Las Vegas Lights FC 0. We'll be back with our halftime report presented by Pro Sport in just a few moments.
Opportunity and a goal! A beautiful goal by Orange County.
Gets the ball here, cuts inside.
Goal! Orange County! And a goal!
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez for a Southwest adventure on Subida. Travel the state, enjoy the food, discover new artists, and fun things to do. Every week, JR and Vanessa share their discoveries with you.
Watch Subida Sunday and Monday night only on YourView and YourView.com.
Orange County SC 0, Las Vegas Lights 0 at the break. Orange County thanks its physical therapy partner Pro Sport for their support and keeping the players healthy and in shape this season. This is the Pro Sport halftime report. Orange County 0, Las Vegas 0 at the break. It's going to get to some midweek action from the USL Championship. It is our midweek in review, and we'll begin in Charlotte. Finished Charlotte Independence 1, Birmingham Legion 1. A late opportunity for Dane Kelly on the swivel, placing it in the bottom corner to give Charlotte the lead, but Birmingham with the late drama. Goalkeeper coming forward, and he'd play a role. Love a goalkeeper involved in a goal. Headed across, scramble in the penalty area. There were shouts for a penalty, and then taking advantage, Mikey Lopez at the last to salvage a point for Birmingham Legion on the road against Charlotte Independence. Fantastic point salvage. There was a sending off in that match as well. Anderson Aseyadu getting his marching orders. We move to Atlanta. Atlanta United 2 and Tampa Bay Rowdies. An early header from Forrest Lasso, the former FC Cincinnati central defender, towering to win that header for the game's opening goal in the highlighter green kits. And then Tampa would put the result away. A nice run here. You see multiple defenders involved in this one, and Tejada just lining it up, placing in that bottom corner. Lovely take there from Juan Tejada, and Tampa Bay Rowdies, another positive result. the strongest sides in USL Championship since they joined the league in recent times. Thomas, you're the former Tampa Bay Rowdies manager.
Since I
They've
left,
been
they
brilliant.
really turned it on, Chris.
And meanwhile, we go now to San Diego. This is the Orange County result in midweek. Ugo Akoli, we've seen him with a couple of chances in the first half. That time, making no mistake in that bottom corner. San Diego playing so well for the opening 45 minutes, but in the end, Orange County would turn the game around. First with Okoli, see him there celebrating, and then Aiden Quinn. We show you this in the pre-match build-up as well. Layoff from Alvarado, and bang! Aiden Quinn with a lovely strike to give Orange County all 3 points away from home, beating San Diego Loyal by 2-0, climbing up the table in Group B. And then to close things out, Reno 1868 and Sacramento Republic. There would be a penalty awarded here that Sacramento is going to take advantage of. Just a poor swing there from Thomas Janjigian. No reason he swings out there, catches Cameron Iwasa. And in the end, Villian Bijev placing in the right corner. Well, gets there by the goalkeeper from Reno 1868, but Bijev getting the game's only goal and all 3 points for Sacramento Republic away from home to give them an opportunity. And here at the Championship Soccer Stadium, it's Orange County SC 0, Las Vegas 0 in the Pro Sport Halftime Report. Here's more from the USL.
The USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
Dr. George Champus from Northwestern and U.S. Soccer's Chief Medical Officer joins me. The protocols that were created in the case of the USL Championship and USL League One takes well over 50 pages to document. Describe the USL Championship's particular return to play and the role that you played in helping to craft those guidelines.
Yeah, obviously the credit goes to USL. The credit goes to USL, their owners, all the staff, really putting in the work, getting on calls multiple times a week with other leagues, but also recognizing that all the leagues can't be the same, and all recognizing that the elements are different for each of them. And I think it's important to touch on that because it's important for us to be able to create a mitigation strategy, layers of protection that our players are comfortable with, that our public are comfortable with, while respecting the virus. So USL has done a tremendous job. They've invested a lot of time and energy consulting with others to be able to put this forth. Hopefully I was a conduit and someone who provided, that medical expertise and brought everybody together. And if we can all come out of this safe and be able to show a model, not only for sport, but for public, that would be a great outcome.
Those, just a bit of the medical protocols in the USL. Getting back to play. Your score at halftime, Orange County 0, Las Vegas Lights 0. Chris Whittingham, Thomas Rongen here for the commentary of this one. And some news and notes from around the league. Miami FC, who actually get back to action tomorrow night, with Paul Dalglish back in charge, taking over for Nelson Vargas. He coached Miami FC in their years following the NASL. Tyler Pasher, player of the month he had to be, as the league's top scorer. Martin Rennie named coach of the month after a good restart for Indy 11. Junior Flemings with a hat trick against New Mexico. Just the second hat trick of the USL Championship season. Let's have a look at the scoreboard from around the USL Championship here. First in Wednesday action, we showed you some of those highlights. FC Tulsa 0, San Antonio 0, Orange County with a 2-0 victory over San Diego Loyal, Sacramento Republic winning by a goal to 0 away from home against Reno 1868. Tonight, Western Conference results, Colorado Springs losing at home to a Chris Wehan goal to 0 to New Mexico United. It is a 0-0 as well between OKC Energy and RGV. Coming up later on, tomorrow and later on in the week, LA Galaxy 2 and Phoenix Rising are in this very group. There's a 2 p.m. Pacific time kickoff. FC Tulsa, Austin Bold, San Antonio, OKC. Obviously, all these are fairly regional rivalries. Real Monarchs in New Mexico, and then Las Vegas back in action. They have games to make up, so they'll play a lot of, I think it's Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday for Las Vegas Lights in this next week and a half.
Yeah, and that's not easy if you have a team that doesn't have a great depth. I talked to Frank Yellup about that. He said just there we see some big names there, be it Landon Donovan, be it some of our women's national team players.
Christian Pulisic involved in there as well. In the Pro Sport Halftime Report, it's Orange County 0, Las Vegas 0.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you.
Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to make a positive impact in their community.
Hi, I'm Erica Cardenas. Join me on the next Doing More, the celebrated foundation that is enriching children's lives with strength, hope, and joy.
Doing More, Sunday and Monday night on Your View. Brought to you by Casa de Amparo, supporting those affected by child abuse and neglect through programs and services that promote healing, growth, and healthy relationships.
In the Pro Sport Halftime Report, Chris Whittingham, Thomas Rongan here for commentary of Orange County SC and Las Vegas Lights. 0-0 at the break. Let's get to our first half highlights. They're presented by Hoag, and we'll begin first with an opportunity for Las Vegas Lights. Nice sliding tackle in there for Morel, and eventually comes from Mendiola. Just puts it high and wide.
Yeah, Mendiola does well there. Just opens up, but cuts back to the left foot, just over.
And meanwhile for Orange County, nice first-time ball in from Seth Kasipley, who would leave injured, but it would leave Goalie to try and cut onto his left, and it flashed across the face of goal and actually went out for a throw-in. And then he would be probably the highlight of the first half. Missed tackle there from Orozco allows Brian De La Fuente to charge in. We go 1v1 at Kiernan, cutting onto his left, and Due with a sensational save.
It certainly is a sensational save. Absolutely. That's destined upper V. He waits, he holds, and he stretches.
And then Iloski working hard against Seth Moses here in the corner. He would eventually get back to his feet and emerge with it. Nice touch around Fear. We tried to pull him down. Advantage awarded. And then the tap in there for Lopez. Iloski did all the hard work, and Diego Lopez couldn't turn in.
Yeah, very interesting, too, that Hoffman was supposed to start. Lopez, a late addition. If that's Hoffman, it's probably a goal.
And then Iloski again. Lovely dink hit behind there for Okoli. He just drags his effort wide.
Yeah, Goalie preference, obviously, is that right foot, but again, out wide right now on that left side, can connect.
And here are your halftime stats presented by Pro Sport. And the shots favoring Orange County, possession as well. Do you feel like that reflects the pattern of the game for you, Thomas?
Yes, it reflects the pattern of the game, but at the end of the day, if you get 61% possession, but only 2 shots on target, in your opponent with under 40% possession with 1 shot, that needs to become better. We talked about that final third needs to be clinical for Orange County, and Las Vegas just praying to go on the counter as they did in the first half, but with De La Fuente. This is huge, by the way, Chris.
Yep.
That change at halftime. We talked about Frederic Doué having some problems in that left-sided hip, almost groin area that he was touching, and replacement is coming in.
Orange County already forced into making 1 injury sub that we know of. Chandler Hoffman, you mentioned he was a late scratch. He could have been one as well, but Seth Kasipley came off at halftime with Edson Alvarado coming in, and now Aaron Cervantes comes in as a halftime change. The 18-year-old who's signed his first USL Pro contract at 15. Wow. Come on here as a sub in for Orange County as we're underway here in the second half. Las Vegas going from right to left in the black with the red, yellow, and blue accents. Orange County in the orange with black accents. So a change in goal for Orange County after a change in midfield. Now the injuries before a period of time where Orange County will expect to play a huge number of games in a short amount of time. Wouldn't want to see the injuries pile up, especially to a player as important as Due.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's not like Cervantes didn't get any minutes this year, though, Chris. He's got some experience.
He's got a couple of starts. That's the one clean sheet as well. It's only let in the one goal. There he is in charge. And that is a substitution brought to you by Metaquip, turning setbacks into comebacks.
I think that both teams at 0-0 are not looking for a comeback. Neither a setback. But like to get a win, obviously, which is huge. Frank Yella. Progress is what he said his owner wants to see. I think if Frank Yella looks at his first half, there is some progress. Didn't give up a goal, defended well. We had a few chances. Can we do better on the counter?
Here's Delgado, still fit from the start. Pinging out there towards Morel, but Orange County sending numbers forward, perhaps some more precision required. Come for a throw in here as it's sailed over the left back's head. Alston will come up to take. Crisostomo, nice ball into the channel behind here for Iloski. Slid across. It's a tap in there for Goalie, but the deflection away from Del Campo. Good opportunity there for Orange County. Now Alvarado. And Quinn. Ping it through into the back of De La Fuente, but another good ball in behind there, and Iloski had the options.
How lively has Iloski been throughout this game, actually setting up now two good opportunities, but Del Campo in both cases, just great 1v1 defending, coming late, has to slide tackle, has to leave his feet. There's that little through ball. There's Iloski looking for the trailer, which is done. Del Campo with just an absolute brilliant block, slide tackle save.
Reading the game very well. Ball trying to be slid in there towards Diego Lopez and come out for a goal kick, but obviously credit as well to Crisostomo for the ball in behind.
Yeah, absolutely great weighted ball. Allowed Iloski to let the ball run across him and play the first time ball in, waiting for that first move to be made by Goalie, and even better defending with Del Campo, as you said, Chris. Good positioning. It's all about starting positions inside of the 18-yard box and anticipate runs that are going to be made by Goalie. You knew that near post run was on, and Del Campo read it.
Charging through there, Grant Robinson. Poke it on there towards Galley. And then Diola finding the ball wide here for Morel, who's got some space. With the cross in. It's a handle there by De La Fuente. Back out for Morel. Another first time crack at it. That one high arcing towards the back post. Headed away from Quinn. Rather from Alvarado. Now dinked here for Mendiola. Cut on to his left, but a good tackle there from Alvarado. Fear through the penalty area, still in play. And finally Quinn, after multiple snapping tackles, just finally managed to get rid for a corner.
Yeah, again, Mendiola just at the heart of everything. So active on both sides of the ball, darting in and out, creating problems and matchups. Quinn coming late there and getting a one out for a corner.
Lofted in there, high arcing, coming out there. Cervantes, I think, did manage to get a hand to it. Wasn't the most convincing, but Orange County dealing with it. Iloski on there for Crisostomo, just looks around, waits for an option. Tackled off a bit, it's a fortuitous one for Orange County. Now Iloski to get turned. Only leaves it back for Quinn, showing that technical quality. On the turn there, Brian Iloski. Alston. Out there from Goalie, just getting touches on it. How important is that for center forwards to feel like they're part of the game?
Immense, absolutely immense.
Alvarado. Left-footed delivery in towards that back post. Lopez trying to track in the air, but it was always sailing over him out for a goal kick.
All great forwards early in games, early in halves, want to get a touch somehow. So they drop into midfield, just even if it's a simple ball, to hold somebody off, to get the connection, to feel good about yourself, and then you start playing a little bit higher up the pitch. In particular, because you're in such an isolated situation that you're not involved all the time. And I think that Goalie's done a great job actually involving himself in different parts of the field. Whereas Daly, as we said, we didn't mention his name, seems to just want to play off the shoulder of a defender and hope to get behind people.
Free kick awarded by referee Michael Ratchuk, who hasn't had too much to do. He's had a couple of yellow cards out to Seth Moses and Jaden Wagoner. Moses for breaking up a counter-attack in there. A foul awarded but late as Kiernan caught a bit too much of De La Fuente.
Kiernan came through from behind. Anything from behind now is a foul. Most cases a yellow card if it's too cynical.
There's their cutout now, Daly. And I think he let that run out of play. The assistant has finally indeed spotted it, and the throw-in awarded to Orange County.
And we just talked about both forwards. Goalie more comfortable. You see there, Daly just has to struggle with every ball coming in. And going back to Cervantes maybe. Cervantes coming off his line and not doing a good job getting over bodies there in that corner. That's a player right now at 18 is going, oh my God, I hope my second action will be more positive.
Morel coming through there. Shouts for time. I think they wanted Morel to try and take that down off the play. 50-50 there. Goalie got the touch, but no one there on that right-hand side.
Yeah, there's about 10 phrases that we use that are short. Time, in fact, means you can turn probably. Men on means
you don't have time.
Exactly. Play it back first time and start out the other way.
It seemed like the shouting has really picked up here in the second half as Mendiola sends another cross in. Daly was there, Wagoner as well. I think just a couple of players are throwing their bodies around. Alston might have gotten a flick to it as it does come out for the corner.
Yeah, Alston did sacrifice himself there, that far post. Balls are being swung in now, left to right, right to left as well. You got De La Fuente, who's so apt in playing balls. Mendiola is another one, and that's just very good defending there, late by both Kiernan and Kevin Alston.
So De La Fuente will send it in this time, part of the penalty area, headed away by Lopez, the late addition to the starting 11. Just 18 years of age, Diego Lopez, and actually the entire Orange County bench is young. There's another confrontation there by the corner. Morel and Nathan Smith. It resulted in damage done to the corner flag. Will someone think of the corner flag?
That's a hell of a battle right there between Smith.
Oh, and the assistant involved as well.
Right.
Now, whistle for the foul there.
Corner flag's bent. Legs of assistant referees don't. Again, you look at Frank Yellop. They're in position to make some changes. Good spirit right there from our refereeing. People that we don't give enough credit to at times.
Two things you can't do on a football pitch. Fall or get megged.
True.
Those are the two things you'll get laughed at every time.
Right.
Lopez with a good tackle in there, and it's finally won in the end by Eloski, who will come forward now. Lovely feet there to hang on to, and on to his left. Has a go. Just got underneath it. Boots it into the stand, but Eloski again showing the quick feet, and Brendan Cloutier was telling us that he wanted Eloski to have a go a bit more often.
Which he has done. He's taken some direction, not just in this play here. Poor by Robinson, loses possession. Nice cut back there. Little fortunate, but falls for the left foot. You got on both sides, De La Fuente. In this side, Eloski, that can both come inside and are very good going and driving at you. Robinson, somebody that we haven't mentioned very often. One point in time, a big prospect coming through the ranks.
Shifting positions from right back into central midfield, so perhaps just a A few lessons to be learned there.
That's interesting. You got Robertson and Moses that are both really defenders by trade, in particular right fullbacks, Chris, as you said, playing in midfield and are not always very comfortable, as you can see, on the ball and have to end up playing balls backwards. You get great work rate, and I think that's the reason why Frank Yallop has done that. I want a block of 6 in there. Let me get 2 more defenders as holding midfielders, which he has done in essence, but you give up something in the attack.
Morel. Square for Robinson in there. Just getting that distribution wrong, but second ball comes there for Daly. One back by a combination of Alvarado and Quinn. Orlowski to try and lead the break. Goalie. Pull back there and a free kick awarded. Rep your county and get your gear today. New Orange County SC merchandise is now available on orangecountysoccer.com/shop and in-store at our new merchandise retail partner, Soccer Garage, located in San Juan Capistrano off the 5 freeway in Orange County. Yoloski. Going to lay it off here for Nathan Smith. Cutting inside, tackled off of by Moses. That's a heavy one. He's on a yellow card. He will have to be careful here. I think the referee is seeking counsel from the assistant as to whether or not this should be a second yellow card and a sending off here for Seth Moses.
That's a hard decision. This is normally a yellow card, but based on how this game is gone, if he can swallow that yellow card, so to speak, that's probably the right decision.
I think the referee is just going to give him a final warning hand wave.
And the right thing, absolute right thing to do. Yes, it's a yellow. I understand, Chris. But at 0-0 right now, and a player, Moses, that has been pretty fair throughout this game, sits on a yellow. I think that both teams can live with that, actually.
Argument can be made for a second yellow, but there does seem to be that extra standard where if it's, yes, it's a yellow, but second yellow is just that extra bit more that requires a red card. Now, we have received word that the assistant referee who fell earlier by the corner flag has picked up an injury. He'll be shifted to the 4th official position. So, another assistant who will take over. Trying to get the change sorted. Make sure everything is all right there. And a big decision there from our matchday referee Michael Ratchuk there to not send off Seth Moses.
It wouldn't surprise me if Frank Yallop has to make a hard decision and probably take him off, because anything right now against Moses will be a yellow.
And here's Quinn to line up the free kick. It is straight into the wall. Now, Iloski in there for Nathan Smith. She's the return ball now through the area. Iloski slid across. No one was there on the back post. Lopez threatening in front of the keeper. Okoli had kind of peeled off. It just went dangerously through. And I think even the keeper Delgado might have just poked it out of play there for a corner. But Iloski again.
He's been so active, and that's one where somebody needs to go hard first post. But again, Delgado, the goalkeeper, making himself big, and there's the change. I know my former player and my former assistant coach.
You know your football as well. That's it was a fairly straightforward one as well. When you have an experienced player like Junior Sandoval, who has started every game for Las Vegas Lights in central midfield, that's a fairly obvious one. And so Seth Moses, who was on the brink there of getting yellow, or getting red rather, is off, and now another corner. Quinn into the near post. Flick it there, Smith. They want another corner, and instead it will be a goal kick, as it was indeed Nathan Smith's touch that was last. Goal kick opportunity here for Las Vegas Lights.
And that's a positive switch as well. It gives you finally somebody in midfield that can now link with Mendiola and can help Las Vegas Knight build a little bit more through possession in the middle third. It's also a player that at one point in time might have played for me somewhere, Chris.
Headed on there from Quinn. Wagner for Morel, and now Sandoval with his first touch. Pings a perfect 40-yard ball into the right back fair. Mendiola let a run there for Daly, who tried to just flick it there for Mendiola. You appreciate the idea there from Rashawn Daly, but just didn't quite come off. Now long there for Okoli to try and chase, comes out for the throw-in. I enjoyed you just saying, TR, that someone might have played for you somewhere. I don't know, have you ever heard of the game, The 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yes, I have.
I feel like we could have an American soccer version, The 6 Degrees of Thomas Rungan. Someone at some point in the American game has some connection to you somewhere.
Yeah, which is a good thing, Chris.
Yeah, very much indeed.
Yeah, also means I've been fired quite often, so which is fine too. I'm cool with that.
Hooked out there for Kevin Alston. Now Daly trying to apply some pressure in on Cervantes. Trying to take advantage of a reserve goalkeeper, young 18-year-old in goal. Alston, an experienced hand there, was caught by Jaden Wagner, and a free kick to Orange County. Another player who's on a yellow card. To be careful. 23-year-old from Payson, Utah. A couple of players in the Las Vegas side that come from the Utah area. Those were recently there. We are throwing for Orange County. Receiving word that Cameron Palmer is being prepared as a sub for Diego Lopez. We'll see that in a moment. Coming through. A lovely turn there from Okoli in the penalty area. Try to get the left-footed cross off. I was trying to poke it on there for Iloski, but eventually dealt with by Del Campo. Now De La Fuente, who did a good job tonight of just reading the contact that comes to him and going down accordingly. Gets it going quickly. Fair on for Mendiola. Raul Mendiola. Dummy attempted there from Daly. Thought that De La Fuente was running behind him, but it was Kiernan instead. Now Iloski just let it run and allowed the tackle of Fear to let the ball come to him. Iloski tried to get turned there. Nice tackle in there from Grant Robinson. You hear there the shouts from Orange County technical area for an earlier ball for Iloski. As Orozco now has defending to do. He marches out of play for a goal kick. Thomas, where do you see the breakthrough in this match coming from?
Again, I talked about Frank Yellop making that decision, obviously, with Moses. I think the bigger decision for him right now is, do you take Daly off, who's been really poor and hasn't allowed really for anybody around him, in particular Mendiola, to get comfortable, find some chemistry. I know that's a huge change to take your 9 out. I don't know what his options are, but that's one I would make. In order to
just have Mike Frischnecht available on the bench, a player who has experience in the Orange County area, played for Orange County FC rather than SC, the side in the lower leagues. Scored a U.S. Open Cup winning goal against Las Vegas, and sometimes it's just all it takes. You score a good goal against the team and they take notice of you. It's clipped into the penalty area. Crisostomo was tracking the header. Morel doing the initial work, and then Fennick further still. Alston and Crisostomo. Waiting Quinn. Nice ball there to pick out Okoli. You just have to lay back with Crisostomo. Now Quinn again. Again, sent through Del Campo. There to resist.
I love the way Quinn is always looking forward. The look away pass as well. And then it could be, as used to do that in practice quite often, which would always twist me around. He was brilliant at that. And for Orange County, you made a goalkeeper save. You made a goalkeeper change. You made a change on an injured player. You made a change prior to the game, which we're not sure about, but Hoffman was supposed to start. That's a tough one for Clothier. What direction do you go to force something? Because this game is really bigger for OC than it is for the Las Vegas Lights. You want to stay connected to that front three. and you have games in hand, and this is a must-win for Orange County at home against a Las Vegas team that's been poor throughout, but it's clearly through 65 minutes with their Del Campo, Fenwick, and Morel's done a great job defensively, with Delgado leading the line as the goalkeeper.
Nathan Smith. Quinn, first time in behind. Okoli forcing Delgado to come off his line and just let it run out of play. He's making the runs just in case. Here's the change that we had mentioned. Cameron Palmer, one of the players who's joined the club from Rangers in Scotland. They're a trio of players, Palmer among them. Daniel Finlayson, who's also on the bench, with Matthew Shields, all joined on loan from Stephen Gerrard's side in Scotland. And that substitution is brought to you by MedEquip, turning setbacks into comebacks.
And they got an interesting technical staff that includes a Dutchman, Frans Hoek, that's very, very well connected throughout the world. And sometimes you can get players on loan of big clubs for some experience.
Dutch part of the setup, I believe you have a phrase. That
if you ain't Dutch, you ain't much. That's Frans Hoek, goalkeeper coach of Barcelona and Bayern Munich in the Dutch national team for many years, including Goose Hiddink with Korea and many other teams.
Alston. And there for one there of he recently entered Palmer. Does have to give away a foul. You mentioned, Thomas, that maybe Rashawn Daly could be someone who makes way, and he will indeed, as here is the confirmed change. Javon Torre will enter for Rashawn Daly. Get the big calls tonight, Thomas.
Wow, I should go back to coaching. Or at least I got to phone Frank Yellup and say, hey, Frank, we're still aligned.
Technical consultant, perhaps. And there is Daly who exits. You mentioned a bit of a rough go tonight. Super draft pick out of Quinnipiac to Cincinnati, ahead of their expansion year, and had a couple of loan spells in USL with Memphis and now with Las Vegas.
Interesting to see how Frank Yellup is going to manage this. It's rare we see a number 5 as a number 9, so to speak, Chris.
I imagine that offends your Dutch sensibility. Those aren't the total football numbers.
But Frank likes a bigger body up front for somebody to play off.
Campo carrying into the Orange County half.
Great years. Lyndon Donovan always played up a big guy in San Jose for the Earthquakes when they won some MLS Cups.
Sandoval tackled off it there nicely by Quinn. By Palmer. Now Ilofsky coming forward, just letting the ball run. Assessing his options. Here is Palmer cutting on to his right. Looked like he wanted to line up a strike. Alvarado telling him to make the run in behind. Back heel there from Aiden Quinn. Ugo Okoli. Ilofsky, nice ball in there to Palmer. Okoli, just a first-time effort. Stinged it right to the defender. Now Palmer returning for Ilofsky. Nice dink there from Quinn, who picks out the bottom corner. Tricky feet in the technical area. And my goodness, what an intricate passing goal there for Orange County. Quinn there to apply the finish, and Orange County finally have the breakthrough.
Not only did he apply the finish, he really started it with that back heel, Chris, to continue to keep possession, allowing runs to be made in the box, allowing for players to get numbers forward, and then a great combination play. Good defending initially. Goalie again at 1-2, and there's Quinn. Thank you very much with a toe poke. That is absolutely brilliant execution, Chris Whittingham. A toe poke by Quinn. Brilliant execution. Only the great 9s in the world can do that. And he's not, so that's why it's so exceptional.
It's the second goal of the campaign, a goal brought to you by Hogue. And since arriving in Orange County, he has really picked up his goal-scoring form. He's got 22 goals in 3 seasons now. 74 appearances. That's a good return for a striker.
It's certainly a great return for a striker.
For a holding midfielder.
Yep.
As Chrysostomo is the latest player, he's going to have to exit having picked up a knock. And be Daniel Finlayson who will enter.
Yeah, and Chrysostomo is so good to keep that balance when Quinn does go forward. He just sits in there. Palmer making a difference right off the bat as well, combining with Iloski on that goal, and Quinn with a brilliant toe poke to get Orange County, probably deservedly so, in a 1-0 position at home.
And the substitutions are brought to you by MetaQuip, turning setbacks into comebacks. So it does look like Kevin Alston will play a bit more of an advanced role, with Finlayson moving into his regular right back position, allowing Palmer to come closer to Aiden Quinn, playing more of the Chrysostomo role. The header away for a throw-in. Fans, have you downloaded the new Orange County SC app, now available in the App Store and Google Play? Stay up to date with the latest news and special offers from Orange County SC. Header there from Nathan Smith. Now it's up to Las Vegas to find a response after such a well-worked goal. Come all the way for a throw-in. Now, Orange County, I believe, have used their 3 substitution windows, which is, they do have 5 subs, but have the 3 windows. So 15-year-old Francis Jacobs will not come on. Actually, player signed the youngest ever pro contract in the USL, 14 years of age. 15 is on the bench, the Laguna Beach native. Drawing some real interest. Javon Torre getting his first touches on it, laying it off there for Sandoval. A ton of pace to get it wide there to Fear, but just about enough. Iloski trying to clip him off, an advantage awarded. Will be Fear. The cross in. Wagner going up, but didn't get to it. Away further still from Quinn. Mendiola. And it's going to be a handball awarded against diminutive number 40. Free kick awarded. It will be free kick here for Orange County. I wonder if Frank Yallop will be disappointed that they haven't tested the young goalkeeper Aaron Cervantes since coming on. He had any work to do, really. He's 18 years of age, but USL experience. And you mentioned the Dutch aspect of the technical setup. As well, Orange County, to bring in players who perhaps are in MLS academies and have promising young youth prospects, but say, well, we'll give you first-team professional experience now to get you into our setup. That's why the bench is loaded with teenagers. They're waiting for their opportunity.
It's just great to see. You and I just talked about the 2 or 3 on the 20 World Cup where my whole team was college players. You look at the current situation, we're talking about guys at 14 signed now. They'll continue their education, which is important, but they can hone their craft, so to speak, each and every day in a pro environment, which is huge. And that's why we see the influx of Americans. We see Americans score goals in the quarterfinals of the Champions League right now for RB Leipzig.
At 21 years of age, when previously those players would have been in college.
Yep. We've come a long way.
Tyler Adams, of course, the...
And the USL has played such a huge role in that.
Coming together there on halfway, Del Campo and Okola getting involved. I believe the referee is going to award yellow there.
Yeah, it's been just a great battle there. And in all fairness, that back four has done well. Robinson in midfield and Moses as well. I mean, not giving that front four any sniffs. It's very interesting. Quinn, the holding midfield, ends up scoring what is now the 1-0 for Orange County. And that in that second half, Las Vegas just haven't been able to come out with any kind of sharpness to put Cervantes, as you said, Chris, under some duress as an 18-year-old goalkeeper. And Orange County's taken the game by the scruff, no doubt.
Double change being prepared by Frank Yallop to try and change the dynamic in this one. Finlayson.
And you can see it's only 1-0 and anything can happen, but it's stability versus instability, so to speak, at Las Vegas. The reason why they've been so poor.
Palmer. Kevin Alston is playing as a right winger.
Not accustomed for him.
Quinn trying to clip it in towards the back post. Goalie went down, and loud shouts there for a penalty, but referee calmly awarding a goal kick there. So Goalie being held back up to his feet, and we'll now have the hydration break. And after that hydration break does happen, we'll have a double change. Jonathan Levin, Blake Frischneck will come on for Grant Robinson and Jaden Wagner. Here's that incident there with Goalie. Do you see a ton in it, Thomas?
No, I don't. And Morel is the first one to go, no. Goalie stays down and doesn't want to get picked up, but I say that's a play on Fenwick, and Morel did a good job in being goal side and forcing more the contact towards them than vice versa. There's Frank Yallop.
And he's going to have a word with his players, and while the managers do so, we can show you the opening goal of this one. Here's the full move. So Goalie's effort, and then Iloski just drift through there, interchanging with Palmer, who won't have that on the stat sheet, but it's still such a lovely part of the move. Quinn, bottom corner, and it's 1-0 to Orange County.
Yeah, I just love the execution of Quinn right there. He knows he doesn't have time and space. He knows if he goes shoelace, it will be blocked probably by Morel. So he goes toe poke, 1-0.
And here is a look at the upcoming schedule for Orange County. You see the quick succession of games. Play next Saturday against LA Galaxy 2 away, then midweek against Las Vegas, weekend against San Diego, and a couple of matches back-to-back with LA Galaxy 2. So that's about 5 matches in 2 weeks.
Huge. And 3 against the LA Galaxy 2. That's the team they're chasing right now in the table as well. But that's tight. A lot of turnaround. And depth is going to play a huge role for both teams.
And there is confirmation of the double change. Jonathan Levin, Blake Frischneck, entering for Grant Robinson and Jaden Wagner. Levin with his second substitute appearance of the year. Frischneck with his first for Las Vegas Lights, the player who is from the Vegas area, to Centennial High School, and had his college at BYU in Utah Valley. 25 years of age, making his professional debut, which is not atypical for members of the Church of Latter-day Saints who have to go on the 2-year mission while they're in college, which Frischneck did do. So comes in late as a pro, but trying to hit the ground running here. Played with Orange County FC, which also play at this championship soccer stadium, and FC knocking out SC in last year's Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, then going and beating Las Vegas Lights, and that perhaps the game in which he made an impression enough to earn a pro contract for Las Vegas. And there he is. And Mason letting it run out of play for the throw-in.
Truer number 9. He's wearing number 9 as well for Frank Yallop. Robinson out right now, so your 2 holding midfielders have been sacrificed for more positive approach in terms of putting players in positions that can give him a little bit more in that final third, where they've really struggled, the exception of De La Fuente and Mendiola, where Frederic Douay came up so big for Orange County to keep them in the game at 0-0. That's what great goalkeepers do, and allowing your team to finally get a result maybe here.
Here's Jaden Quinn. Skying the ball out wide. It's a lovely delivery out towards Alvarado. Take it now on the byline with Fear defending. We'll now take a step closer to him. Alvarado teasing. Poking in towards Iloski, try to get in there ahead of the keeper Delgado, who is out well to claim.
It's interesting to his father, which we called Quinny, was a lot smaller and very industrious. His son is totally the opposite. Lanky, could play balls over distance. Beautiful technique, which his dad had as well, by the way.
Levin giving away rather cheaply there to Palmer. Losing out there, gave away a free kick.
And Kremp sitting in now too.
Yep.
Got 10 minutes left plus extra time, we all know.
The hydration break was to avoid, but Las Vegas did have 2 weeks off, and you don't know how much training they were able to do with a positive coronavirus test in the camp.
Good point.
Perhaps there was some isolation and quarantining going on.
It's interesting too that Orlando City ends up in the finals in MLS as well, because heat and humidity. And that Portland, by the way, was the first team in the bubble to get used to climate conditions that are tough at times.
Morel laying it back there for the substitute Torre. Now through the penalty area, Morel going to have to try and keep it in play. Bouncing there on the byline. Laid back with Javon Torre once more. Left foot across, comes in a real pace, and it's not a bad header. In there from Brian De La Fuente, it flashes wide, but a good pick out there from a wide area from Javon Torre.
They're really impressed by Brian De La Fuente, which is it. Signed for Chivas USA and had some minutes there. Comes late, good run. What a great header. Trying to steer that one far post. Just can't connect. But much better. Numbers in the box. Better crosses as well. It's an execution, and Frank Yallop is really trying to force something, which will open things up defensively for Orange County to take advantage of.
Jordan Morel. Now Jonathan Levin with all kinds of space in the middle. Hanging out wide there for, to be fair, Juan Martin Del Campo with Las Vegas needing the goal. Get back into it. Orange County have not quite hit the goal-scoring heights that we've seen from them in recent seasons. And I think given their record of clean sheets, wouldn't mind holding on to the 1-0 here as Palmer tackled off it there on the near side. After he won it brilliantly, Torre putting in the tackle and a free kick to Orange County.
And that's where Braden Cloutier's team has made a change, obviously. Potentially third clean sheet. That's huge, Chris, for any team if you can keep the 0.
Did you know Orange County SC offers an online platform for behind-the-scenes content and training videos for youth coaches and players? It's great content for just about any soccer fan. Learn more and sign up today at orangecountysoccer.com/pro experience. Goalie doing well to take down there. Perhaps he teaches a lesson on hold-up play. Here's Huston. Draws the attention of 2 and booting out there Jordan Morel. Throw into Orange County SC.
And if you have a number 9 like Okoli, you can always get your lines up, because you're right, hold-up play has been very good by Okoli. The ability to read when he can play in between the lines, in the half space as we call that. And getting all the players involved, that's been a huge difference.
Long ball pinged in there, it's awkwardly dealt with, and Okoli trying to finish around Delgado, produced a decent save, even though the offside flag was up. Del Campo was really hoping for it, and the assistant came to his aid. Can tell you, Orange County right now in the live table would actually be moving into second in Group B. After starting the day in 4th, a point behind LA Galaxy 2 and 3 behind San Diego Loyal. That'll put them into second, which is good enough to qualify for the postseason, with 3 games in hand on San Diego Loyal. They can now look up at the table towards Phoenix Rising, where 5 points clear them in the live table with 2 games in hand. They do lead by a goal to nil, Phoenix do. 55 minutes gone. Junior Flemings with the goal in that one to put them ahead of San Diego Loyal. Sure. Backing a hat trick, Junior Flemings, last time out.
I spoke to Lyndon Donovan a few days ago, and we were just laughing about how tough coaching is. I said, yeah, welcome to the real world, Lyndon. But he's enjoying it thoroughly, and maybe using it as a platform to get even higher.
Sampled about everything in his post-retirement days.
Yep.
You wonder, it's hard enough to be a first-time manager in this environment. No fans, 4-month break in between games, dealing with the protocols. It has to be immensely difficult to be a manager at the moment. It's out there from Alvarado for a throw-in. Other games going on in the USL Western Conference as things stand right now. El Paso Locomotive lead by a goal to nil away from home against Real Monarchs. Nick Ross with the goal in that one. Reno 1868 putting a few past Portland Timbers too, leading by 4 goals to nil. Corey Herzog with a brace in that one. And Sacramento Republic leading by 3 goals to nil over Tacoma Defiance. So a couple of lopsided score lines in the Western Conference this evening. 5 minutes to play here in the 90. Of course, with the hydration break, we have seen longer bits of second half stoppage time across the country and across the world, really. These dynamics. And Diola wasn't really having that from Alvarado. I think the referee just wanted an extra word as well, but no further discipline required. Orange County player has picked up a yellow tonight. Had 3 for Las Vegas. Very nearly a second yellow. Referee taking a rather bit of kindness with Seth Moses.
You and I talked about before the game about tough circumstances, talk about foreign players, and particularly the travel as well that hurts you so much.
Lasky trying to play in behind there.
And I'm sure that Las Vegas drove. I'm sure Las Vegas will drive back right after the game, which means after 3.5 hours when you get out of the fan, after you played 90 minutes, you can barely walk because you're stiff as a board, which means you got to go in the next day to do ice baths, which you normally would do at the facilities, but it's not available right now. Tough circumstances. I'm just throwing some things that Landon and I talked about because it's unique for him. He also said, Thomas, this might be a great opportunity for me to learn faster and get accustomed to circumstances that I might not see again. Will make me a better coach in the early days and keep me sharp.
And Diola towards Alston. Deals with it well. Orange County.
Interesting thing here. Testing gets in the way with my training regime right now, you know. We have to change times as well. Those are things that take very long too.
I thought you were going to remark Javon Torre there was approaching Ilaski and saying, he's left-footed, he's left-footed, he's left-footed. Show him right.
Yeah.
The thing about those left-footed players, though, they're so skilled, they can almost use it as a right when they're pinned in an area where you'd think, use your right foot, but you can still maneuver out of space.
And we've seen it with Ilaski and Brian De La Fuente, both very dominant left-footed players that are able to create things out of nothing and also end up being able to use their right foot if needed.
Nice ball there from Mendiola just to send fair into space. His ball forward, not the best.
And then you're looking at an Okoli, it's a different story. If you can force him on his left foot, you know he's not able to maneuver and manipulate the ball like an Okoli can to break you down. So very interesting 1v1 defending and how players coach their other players, so to speak. Because those are things, left, right, those are languages known, forcing somebody somewhere. And it could sometimes be onto his stronger leg, but into traffic and other defenders, where we can double and triple team.
There at the back.
The old days was always push him out wide. Modern days, you can push him inside because that's where our numbers are. Let him come.
Quinn spraying it out to Finlayson. How will Orange County handle these last few minutes plus stoppage time? Do they try and get a second goal or just comfortably hang on to possession and defend their lead? Now in behind towards Okoli. You hear the shouts for offside, they do finally come.
It's brilliant how Quindis can play these first-time no-look balls, trying to get on the same page with Okoli, which they haven't. It's been offsides twice now. But Quinn's ability to stretch the game, Quinn's ability to maintain possession as well is pretty unique.
And Okoli for time wasting there, a yellow card. First yellow of the match for an Orange County player. Orange County coming up next is away to LA Galaxy 2. That's next Saturday. Orange County SC fans can watch on ESPN Plus and follow the club's social media accounts at Orange County Soccer on Instagram and at Orange County SC on Twitter for more in-game content with the team on the road. Back there from Torre all the way to the keeper. Now Las Vegas gotta get a move on and creating a big chance. They haven't really in the second half.
You got the luxury right now that you got.
Flick on there from Sandoval. Keep things going. Here's Frischnecht. Ball into wide area here for Fair. Just tries to cross in towards the near post. De La Torre sizing it up. Comes off Sandoval. Shouts for handball. Referee unmoved. And Javon Torre. Fennick. Just hitting it across there, but Alvarado can track it and head away. Mendiola is the only one there really for Vegas. He's kind of used the last of his legs. You saw him cramping earlier. Being told to be a minimum of 3 minutes to be added on at the end of this match. Cross is swung in and Cervantes off his line to catch.
Yeah, well done, big man. That's really the only real thing he's done this half. Speaks volumes again about that back four, the ability for Alston not to play like a right midfielder / winger to help you out defensively as well. Quinn's still in there. You got a good block of 6. That will protect this young 18-year-old goalkeeper, Cervantes.
Goalie holding it up there for Kevin Alston.
Interesting again. Get it in the corner. That's late in games. That's where you want to go.
But Alston's headed for the penalty area. Kevin Alston trying to slide it across and
take a corner.
Forced to put in the tackle there, Jonathan Leffen. It is indeed a corner for Orange County SC.
Which is 30 seconds off the clock, probably. It was 9:30. Let's see when they execute this one. These are huge. Throw-ins, corners, killing the game, Chris, at this stage is required and important. And good teams know how to do that. And this corner will be taken 32 seconds after it went out of bounds. Brilliant.
And there is Leffen now has to try to work out of the corner flag. Morel collecting the match ball. Will have to get the throw in quickly. Finlayson there to win it. Now Leffen. Last chance saloon here for Las Vegas Lights. Need to get something going forward. Sandoval. Leffen. Attack come from behind there from Cameron Palmer. And now with a free kick on halfway, it probably is about time to stop the ball, send everyone forward, and pump a ball into the penalty area. Farrow will be the one who's asked to do it. Leffen will stay back with him. Now Yallop is saying, go forward, Jonathan Leffen. We send the goalkeeper forward time. Fair lofting it in. Header on there from Del Campo, more towards that central area. Quinn won it, and then Leffen went crashing through Iloski. That'll be a free kick, and probably the last meaningful moment of this one. Iloski will be helped back to his feet. And that should probably just about do it for Orange County. Just a final free kick to take here. Looks like Rob Kiernan will just boot it forward. Whistle sounds. It's not the full-time whistle. I think there's a player, yeah, it was De La Fuente who tried to stick a boot out to deflect the taking of the free kick, and I think he's asking for it to be retaken. De La Fuente didn't clear the 10 yards. That'll come out for a throw-in. And there is the full-time whistle. Orange County hang on to the 3 points and a third clean sheet on the trot to move into second place in Group B in the Western Conference. As your score at full-time is Orange County SC 1, Las Vegas Lights 0. And Thomas Rungan, our player of the match, is someone who you've picked out on numerous occasions. Scorer of the goal, Aiden Quinn, is our man of the match, presented by Destination Irvine.
Yeah, and so important, obviously. Gets the game winner. Almost 100 touches throughout this game. 12 long balls. Fouls only 2. Clearances 3. This guy's been involved on both sides of the ball, but in particular, he was the attacking impulse for Orange County to get this victory.
And here's the man of the match, presented by Destination Irvine, the center of Orange County. Now time for our save of the game, brought to you by Sherco, Engaged Healthcare and Technology. It had to be Frederick Dewey in the first half. Came off at halftime, but not before a show-stopping save.
It certainly was show-stopping. He goes right, but he uses that left arm because that means more extension, Chris, in order for him to tip that one over the bar of a great ball. Great shot by De La Fuente.
That is our save of the match, presented by Sherco, Engaged Healthcare and Technology. Orange County doing enough tonight to get all 3 points. Aiden Quinn with his second goal of 2020. The only goal that was required for Orange County SC to get the win. We're back with post-match reaction in a second.
With SDCCU mobile banking, you can manage, deposit, pay. It's like having a branch at your fingertips 24/7. Check balances, view account history, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. All from the convenience of your smartphone, at home or on the go. San Diego County Credit Union. It's not big bank banking, it's better.
Scored at full-time, Orange County SC 1, Las Vegas Lights 0. Wrapping things up here at full-time, brought to you by Pro Sport. Chris Winningham, Thomas Rongen now into our full-time highlights, which are brought to you by Pro Sport. And Thomas, it would be Las Vegas Lights to get an early chance here. We showed it to you in our save of the match. Brian De La Fuente in behind, cut onto his left, forcing a brilliant save out of Frederick Douay.
Yeah, great strike by De La Fuente. Gets on this comfortable left foot, but what a great save. Left-handed by Frederick Douay.
And then there would be a good early chance here for Orange County. Ilaski weaving away from multiple, and then Lopez 3 yards from goal, couldn't put it past Delgado.
Yeah, Ilaski throughout this game was so dangerous on both sides. Gets end line again, tries to find the trailer, which is, as you said, Lopez. Good goalkeeping.
Ilaski again across. That time for Goalie. Tried to pick out the near post.
Yeah.
And
Del Campo
hit Del Campo instead, yeah.
Yes, good positioning, great blocking, good defending.
And then another chance. Ilaski through the penalty area. Delgado got fingertips to it. It's a dangerous ball through the 6-yard area. It was the slightest of deflections as well of Jordan Morel. And then here would be the goal. Okolie's effort from long range, and then Ilaski working off of Palmer, and then Quinn toe poking in the bottom corner.
Brilliant combination plays. Palmer, Ilaski again involved, and then Quinn with a toe poke to make it 1-0, and also scored a winner for Orange County.
And that was the winning goal in the end. Las Vegas Lights not really summoning enough in the second half to cause a problem. That shot from De La Fuente, the first save out of Douay, the only shot on target of the match for Las Vegas. And in the end, Orange County get all 3 points, moving to second in Group B of the Western Conference, 5 points in the live table. Lime Phoenix Rising are now 2-0 up on San Diego Loyal. And Orange County will get back to work next weekend against LA Galaxy 2. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it is a tough road to hoe. Wednesday against Tacoma, Saturday against Phoenix, Tuesday against Orange County again. Tons of games coming out thick and fast. But tonight, in the Championship Soccer Stadium, it's Orange County SC 1, Las Vegas Lights 0. From our broadcast partner, Thomas Rongen, and our tremendous USL crew, my name is Chris Winningham, signing off. Orange County with all 3 points.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.